Hey you guys, and welcome back to another subscribers pick my skincare routine where I have basically tried and tested out all these products for a while. Honestly, in fact, a lot of the things in today's video specifically, I've actually I went to my empties bin to get them out of there because I have completely used them up, and there is sort of a theme going on. We obviously have all skincare products, but we have two serums which are kind of comparable to each other, so I will do like a mini this or that comparison of the two. We have two moisturizers and we have a sunscreen, and all the moisturizers and sunscreens are from one brand in specific, so that's what this video is going to be about. In case you're wondering how we curate these videos, so basically I go to my skincare collection and I see what products we have, and if there are products that are similar to each other, I do poll basically on Instagram comparing and asking you guys that okay, these are two similar products, if there is one that you would want me to try and test out or review first, which one would it be? And then you guys obviously vote, which it stays up for 24 hours and then what I do is that every single time I do one of these polls, I kind of make a list of what the winners are of those polls. I have a running list on my notes app on my phone, and once that is done, I basically incorporate the products one by one into my routine. And every single time we do one of these videos, if I know that there are like 4 to 5 products that I have thoroughly tested and tried out and I know my full reviews on, I come here and I give you like full on reviews on those products. So that's just a little bit of a gist as to how we do these videos. But yeah, now I feel like it's time to finally get into the actual product that we're going to talk about today. Just to give you a mini summary, I will of course include timestamps, but just a mini summary in case you're interested to know which products we have today. The two serums which are kind of comparable to each other are the Formularx Niacinamide and Salicylic acid solution, and we also have the Deconstruct skincare pore control serum. This one, basically the reason these two are comparable to each other is because both of them have a niacinamide and salicylic acid. So both of them have 2% salicylic acid. I don't know what the percentage of niacinamide is in the Formularx one, but the Deconstruct skincare one has 3% niacinamide. So these two are basically very similar seeming products, but I will talk more in detail as to if they're similar or not, what is similar and what is not similar about the two. And then the brand of moisturizers and sunscreens that we have today is Conscious Chemist. So I have the Conscious Chemist vitamin C gel cream, we have the multi-peptide retinol night cream, and we also have the Clear Shield Invisible Daily Sunscreen SPF 30. So those are the products we'll talk about a little bit later, but let's start out with talking about our niacinamide and salicylic acid combo serums that we have. So the Formularx one is what I'll talk about first. This one is one of the products I got out of my empties bin. It is completely empty, and it took me, okay, there was one drop that fell on my jeans. Great. Okay, any which ways, I should not have done that, but yeah, like I was saying, this is one that actually lasted me a long time and I've used it up a while back. If you follow me on Instagram or if you watch my skincare routine videos, you would have seen this mentioned over there. I was using it along with the Dermaco collagen peptide serum cream, and I honestly loved it, you guys. I loved my skincare routine. I loved using this particular product. It is one that there was definitely a learning curve to using these products in the beginning because they're more like a toner consistency, but it's not like a toner that you could use on a cotton pad and then apply it on your face, because if you do that, you're going to go through product super duper quickly. So what I would do is I would literally open the flip top cap and I would do this. I'm not going to actually do it because I have makeup on and I don't want any more drops to fall on my face or on my clothes. So yeah, I would literally just do this ulta, put it on top of my face and just apply like this. Yeah, that's how I would use this, and it took me a while honestly to use up. How much product do we have in your 30 ml? So that's your typical serum quantity that you get, but this is definitely a lot more liquidy in terms of the consistency, but it still lasted a decent amount of time. That being said, did I notice any sort of like miraculous life-changing results with it? No, I did not. I was hoping and expecting that because this product has like two of the most popular sought after ingredients for anyone who has oily skin. Like if you are someone who has oily skin, I've had super oily skin and I still do kind of have normal combination skin, so the two ingredients, niacinamide and salicylic acid, are like my absolute favorites. So when I see that a particular product has both of those ingredients, I automatically have like star eyes and I'm super duper excited. So with this particular product, that is kind of what my main letdown, I would say. It was not a disappointed, but it was just a letdown, because I was expecting this to be miraculous and life-changing for my skin, which it wasn't. So for that particular reason, I'm like, okay, I do really like it and I would recommend it to anyone who would want to get it. But if you're expecting that it's gonna miraculously change your skin, it probably wouldn't. So do keep that in mind if you're considering getting this. And yeah, that's that. Personally, would I repurchase it? Probably not. If I had to repurchase, I would probably repurchase the niacinamide solution that they have. Same packaging, same line, same everything, but you know, it's a different product. So yeah, that's the one that if I had to repurchase, I would probably repurchase that. So yeah, this particular one will probably not get repurchased. Moving on next to the counterpart version which we have, which is from Deconstruct Skincare. This particular serum, you guys, was worse than the Formularx one. So my thing with this, and if you can see, I haven't really used much. I might have used this like 2 or 3 times and I gave up. I have kept this separately in like a section of my wardrobe where I keep products that I'm probably like planning on decluttering, and once I accumulate all the products, I do a video and talk about it. But this particular product I'll just talk about in today's video because I'm anyways going to be reviewing it. This is probably one of the worst niacinamide products I've used in my entire life. I've been using niacinamide for close to, I want to say, 3 maybe 4 years at this point, and I have never used a niacinamide that I wouldn't say it pours or it builds up, but you know, it kind of foams up on the skin. It's got that foamy consistency, and a couple of years ago, I feel like a lot of brands had niacinamide products that were doing that, because I would see people talking about the ordinary niacinamide and it was, you know, they were facing the same problem. I have actually personally never come across a niacinamide serum that was doing that, because I feel like by the time I got into niacinamide, brands had already you know, figured that out and they were looking out for ways that it would not happen. So that's why I never came across a niacinamide product that was doing that until I started using this. I started using it pretty recently and I was really excited because I had used this. So I was like, maybe this is going to be better than the Formularx, which is why I was super excited. When I used it, I did not like the way it like went onto my skin. It did not feel hydrating also at all. Like, I know this is not supposed to be like a hyaluronic acid serum or anything like that, so it's not supposed to be hydrating, but I've noticed all good serums have a little bit of hydration in them any which ways. It doesn't have to be just a hydrating serum, and that's why people say that you can use your regular active based serums and still get the hydrating benefits, because all serums are at least a little bit hydrating. This one was not hydrating at all, and when it did that weird like foaming up on my skin, I was not able to blend it well. I felt like if I was using products that went on top. Like, this is the first step that I use on my face after I get out of the shower. So I'm putting my moisturizer on top. It's not looking the best. I'm doing my sunscreen, I'm doing everything, but I was just not happy with the way my skin was A, looking, and B, I was just not liking the experience of using this particular product. So after like 2 or 3 times, I was like, I cannot do this anymore. I have to stop using it. So I did stop using it, and I'm pretty disappointed with my very short experience. I will say I cannot give you a full in-depth review on this particular product because I hardly used it a few times, but in the few times that I used it also, I just gave up. Like, you can tell in dono ke beech mein kya difference hai. Of course, the textures are very, very different. The consistency is very, very different. This is so much thinner, but it's still hydrating. This is so much thicker, but it's got no hydration. This foams up on the skin. This definitely does not foam up on the skin. I used up the whole bottle, which tells you कि at least ये use करने लायक तो है. I cannot say the same about this. So yeah, if you wanted a comparison, this or that video, here it is. I cannot do it. I just cannot do it, and I will say though that if you guys are planning on buying any Deconstruct skincare serums, I would just warn you, don't go crazy, don't buy too many. I have bought 3 up till now. Just may say I have used 2. I didn't like either of those 2. I will speak about the other in a different video. Probably the declutter video is where I'll mention it. And yeah, the third one I still haven't used, and I'm kind of not looking forward to either, because I've had such a bad experience with the 2 that I have, and I just will not recommend Deconstruct skincare serums overall in general. The moisturizers, you guys, fab. The moisturizers are beautiful. The serums, no, they just don't do it for me, and I wouldn't recommend them. Anyways, let's move on next to some Conscious Chemist moisturizers. I'm just going to briefly talk about the multi-peptide retinol night cream, because I've already spoken about it in my nighttime skincare routine video, which is going to go up after this one. So in case you're looking for a more in detailed review, check that video out. I already filmed it, but it's going to go up much later. This one, in short, in general, is a beautiful moisturizer that glides onto the skin beautifully. It's not super lightweight, it's not super duper heavy, it's the perfect in-between consistency. It's got retinol and peptides, etc. in it, some really great ingredients. But when it comes to the retinol, I don't really see a lot of typical like the amazing results I would expect to see with any other retinol. I don't see any of that in this particular product, so I have to just let you know that. But if you have super sensitive skin and you can't use any other retinol, I can. So I feel like with a lower percentage, lower dosage product, I don't really see much results. But if you are someone who has sensitive skin, who can't use 2% retinol, or you can't use like a retinol serum, and you're just starting out and you would want to like start incorporating it, this one doesn't even feel like it has retinol, to be very honest. Like, that's how low the percentage is. So maybe you could start out with this. For me personally, because I again did not notice any miraculous results with it, I don't see myself repurchasing it. So yeah, that is the Conscious Chemist multi-peptide retinol cream, night cream. Yeah, that is that. Moving on, the other moisturizer that I have from Conscious Chemist, I have a better review of, if I'm going to be completely honest. This is the Vivid C Brightening Gel Cream. This has been my morning skincare routine moisturizer for a while, and of course it's already done with, again, like I mentioned earlier, I have used both of these up, in fact, completely. So this particular one again has a really nice gel cream consistency, but again, it's not like super duper lightweight where it doesn't feel hydrating. At the same time, because it's a gel cream, it's not going to be super heavy. So if you have oily skin, if you have combination skin, even normal skin, I feel like you will really love it. And this I was using along with like other niacinamide products in my skincare routine, like niacinamide serums. So I would use a niacinamide serum first, then I would use this, and then I would use a sunscreen. And yeah, I loved the experience of using it. The only one small complaint that I have with this particular product is that even though I'm pretty sure it doesn't have any sort of like fragrance to it, but it's got a really weird, like, sort of, I want to say it smells like melting plastic. It's got that kind of scent to it, which I'm not a very big fan of. It's probably one of the ingredients that is causing that particular smell, which again, I'm okay that it doesn't have any sort of like artificial fragrance, but that melting plastic wala smell is really weird. I have to be completely honest. So if they just did something to fix that, then I think I would absolutely love it, and it's something that I would reach for more often, and I would consider repurchasing. Because when I got done with it, I realized, okay, finally, thank God, I don't have to deal with the melting plastic smell anymore. Like, that's how I felt when I used up this particular product. Of course, I was very happy with the way my skin looked, the way it felt on my skin, whatever it was doing for my skin. I loved all of that, but it's just that every single day using it, the smell just annoyed me. So yeah, for that particular reason, I wouldn't consider repurchasing it immediately. But it's a beautiful product that if you can ignore the smell and you just want a really nice moisturizer that has vitamin C to it, I would highly recommend you get it. So yeah, that was the Conscious Chemist vitamin C gel cream. Moving on next to another product from Conscious Chemist, and this is a sunscreen. This is the Clear Shield Invisible Daily Sunscreen SPF 30. Now this is one of your clear gel sunscreens, and I would say for me personally, I have done a couple of other videos again on this particular product, which is why in case you want to know my more in-depth thoughts of it and you want to see the product in action, I will be having a this or that video coming up very soon where I'm going to compare this with another sunscreen, and you can also see a demo of the product, the way it looks, the clear gel texture, the way it applies on the skin, all of that great stuff. For me personally, this is also one of the products that I had kept in like the section of my cupboard where I'm going to be decluttering it, because I just realized that I am over clear gel sunscreens. Even though they do not leave any kind of white cast on the skin, they have a really nice finish. Like if you are going for a no makeup look, it definitely looks pretty good. Sometimes I don't like the way my skin looks just because I don't have perfect skin. I have texture on my skin, I have post acne marks, and a lot of times I have bumps also on my skin because the acne is healing. So because of all those things, I feel like my skin doesn't look the best when I don't have absolutely any makeup on. So if you are someone who has perfect skin and you don't have any texture or irregularities on your skin because of any reason, then I do think that you will like clear gel sunscreens. For me personally, I don't tend to like them because if I'm doing any sort of makeup, like even just putting loose powder on my face on top of the sunscreen, it just looks very cakey. It doesn't it emphasizes a lot of the like texture that I have going on, and it also doesn't sit very well. Like typically, like what I have going on today, the loose powder has seamlessly blended into my skin, and the sunscreen that I have underneath this is the Dermaco 1% hyaluronic acid the hybrid sunscreen. That's what I have going on my skin underneath the loose powder. But in place of that, if I had this particular sunscreen, my face would look super duper cakey, and it would just not look nice. It would look a lot makeup-y, and that's what I don't want. Even the slightest amount of loose powder can make your face look very very cakey when you have a silicone gel sunscreen underneath. At least that's what my personal experience has been, and for that reason I see myself decluttering this, because again, I don't tend to reach for the sunscreen, and if I tend to reach for the sunscreen and I just use it for the sake of using it, I'm not gonna wanna like put makeup on top, and I'm also not gonna like the way my face looks throughout the day. I will not be able to wear makeup, which again, it's not an essential to wear makeup every single day, but I just like to wear makeup every single day. So it's like मतलब इस प्रॉब्लम का कोई solution ही नहीं है. So the solution is कि I will just declutter this. I'll probably give it to my mom. She is going through her sunscreen stash pretty quickly, which I'm very very happy about, and she can definitely benefit from adding a new sunscreen to her collection once she goes through whatever she has currently. So yeah, this one is going to be going to her. Again, you will see it in a declutter video, but because you guys wanted to see my review on this particular one, I'm letting you know. I will also be reviewing the other sunscreen that they have. That one is called the Sun Shield, the yellow one. That's the sunscreen I'm using right now. I just didn't use it today. In specific, I used the Dermaco today, and I will tell you why I did that when I review that particular sunscreen. So again, stay tuned for that, and that's going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I know it was a little bit longer, but I hope that my in-depth reviews on these products were helpful to you, and if they were, definitely let me know down below by leaving a comment. Like the video, subscribe, hit on the bell if you want to know every single time I post a new video, all of that stuff, and I will list and link everything down below along with timestamps and all that stuff. But that's going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Until next time, bye bye.